Sam, I know we're going to talk, about the last game, the next game, and all of that, but obviously a very special moment last night. Mackenzie Milton made his comeback. Obviously, you're very close with him, played with him. Just kind of what were your emotions seeing everything that happened when he finally got in, and not just that, just seeing Mackenzie back to his old self?
I was full of adrenaline, man. I was watching that game. I was so excited. I'm really proud of him. Just all the stuff he's had to go through just to get back out there on the field, and you see him play, and he looks just like he was when he got off the field. And man, there's not enough words to describe how I could feel or how I felt.
What did you like about the play of the offensive line, and what do you guys think that you need to correct going into week 2?
I really liked our physicality during the game. 250 rushing yards. Isaiah had a really great game, and it's really, as an offensive line, you take pride in that. We just got to work on our communication. We had too many sacks, and that's not something we want to be known for. That's something we're going to work on week to week.
Gus just mentioned Isaiah's ability to block. All the focus is on his running ability, but what did you think of his pass blocking ability as well?
He's a dog. He's a player. It's not a lot of running backs you see who come up to a Mike that's blitzing and make that Mike not want to blitz again. So he's really good at pass blocking. He knows what we need to do, and he understands when we're sliding a certain way who he needs to pick up on, and it's just can't have enough of that.
Sam, after the game, Jake Fletch had mentioned in the conference there that there was a lot of man and stuff like that that they didn't expect, and they had to make adjustments. In the trenches, did they show any things that you guys didn't expect that you had to make adjustments to?
It was actually funny. Everything that we practiced was exactly what we thought they were going to do. We knew they were going to play even in odd fronts, and we knew they were going to stand and move. So really, our coaches for trench life did a really good job preparing us for last week.
During the second half, you guys improved the pass protection. What really happened during halftime that gave you that?
I just think it was us, knowing that we needed to come out there and win the game, and our coaches were talking about stuff, and like I just said, they weren't doing anything different that that we hadn't seen before. We just needed to communicate, block our rules, and I think the second half we really just focused on that.
Sam, do you kind of feel like you wore Boise down a little bit, just kind of, your pace kind of slowed down a little bit in the second half? Bowser obviously running the ball well, kind of different kind of style of football than we've seen before, but you kind of feel like you wore him down?
Yeah, I think that goes to physicality, and coach was saying how, we're conditioned. We really are. We're really conditioned. He made a very big emphasis that, if it's a close game in the fourth quarter, we're going to be the team that wins. And, just having that mentality, I think, really helped us out.
You're down early and by 21. What's the mood of the team? What's the conversation?
There's nothing else you can do except play one drive at a time. Coach Han that was what he was telling all of us, the entire offense. There's no such thing as a 21-point touchdown. You have to play one drive at a time, and that was the mentality. And you started getting things going, and the momentum started going your way, and you just feel it. No one flinched. No one was in their head thinking we're about to lose or anything. So that was it.
Sam, and obviously there was a lengthy delay, obviously, unfortunately, but most of the fans stuck around, most of the students stuck around. Just how did it feel to be in that atmosphere again, after, going through last year with limited crowds?
That was awesome, and especially being part of UCF for a long time, our fan base has gotten talked about being fair weathered, and they'll leave early, but people who stayed around, that was awesome. It was an awesome experience. It was. I'm really happy we got all those people there, and I know the student section didn't even want to leave when they were telling them to leave, and it was just awesome. And I hope I know this Saturday it's going to be what it would have been if we would have started on time.
Sam, Alec Holler was put on scholarship this summer. He got his first touchdown. I would think it was his first career catch too. What was that moment like for you guys to celebrate with him?
He's one of my boys, and I was so proud of him, and I was so happy for him. And all the work he's put in to get the scholarship, and just who he is. He's a kid who comes every day, ready to work, does everything right. It was awesome as a teammate just to see that happen for him.
Sam, back to watching Mackenzie last night, were you with some of your teammates, or we saw some of the tweets in real time, just kind of what was it like, just if you were with anyone when he got in, and just you guys jumping up and down, what was kind of the moment like?
I was by myself. I was at home. I was watching on my TV, and my mom was at the game, but that was all I was waiting for. I I was watching that game because I'm not an FSU fan, but I'm an FSU fan for this year, only when Mackenzie's playing. And, you know, you really can't put it into words. You know, I think it's the same thing everyone felt seeing him go out there and play after being out for almost 3 years.
Another question. This past weekend, there's been a lot of FCS teams that have had success beating FBS teams. It was 5 or 6 over the weekend. Obviously, Bethune-Cookman's coming in. They're going to want nothing more than to knock you guys off. I mean, is that something that's been discussed, or you're conscious that you can't have a letdown even though the team plays in a lower division?
Oh, absolutely. You know, that's something after our O-line coach brought up. And yeah, I just think that just goes to show it doesn't really matter who you're playing. You know, just you have to have the same mentality. You have to be the same team every week, and it doesn't matter who the opponent is.
Sam, as far as communication at the line, if there's a check, if they run something that you're not expecting, who makes the line call, and how does the communication work amongst the offensive line?
Well, it initially starts with Matt, so he'll declare the front, and then we talk about who we're IDing and who we want. But if Dylan feels anything, or you know any of the QBs want to check something, we'll check the play. But it starts with Matt.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.